The 2008 Healthy Homes Bus Tour. Making house calls. Homes, where people spend the majority of their time, are not always their protection against the world. Houses can compromise health through exposure to lead, pesticides, carbon monoxide, radon, mold, fires, and fall hazards. Elderly, young children, and unborn babies are often the most vulnerable. On the House Calls Bus Tour, we learn how to recognize housing problems that affect health and how to fix these in a healthy way. Diagnose, prescribe, heal, and check up.
Good morning, Greensboro Housing Coalition. How may I help you?
In 2004, we planned a bus tour because we realized that some of the decision makers in our community did not see every day the kinds of housing conditions that we see. And we were thrilled with the number and diversity of the people who were interested in coming to see that on the bus tour. Each year after that, we have been able to show the progress towards healthy homes.
The Greensboro Housing Coalition mission is to help the city with safe, healthy homes for children and families in the area of Greensboro, North Carolina. Affordable homes, homes free of pests and danger. Okay. How many things we need to see all along all of this?
The city had ordered him to put up window screens. You see what he did? Yeah. This is a repair job. Look at this. All this right here. Refrigerator runs water and stuff. So it's bringing the tile back up. This holes are all around the door where the mice and stuff are coming in. And the more she kill them, the more they come.
The Healthy Homes Specialist is a accredited program through the National Environmental Health Association. There are 6 areas when a Healthy Homes assessor goes into a house they're looking for. The 6 areas are keeping it dry, keeping the home safe, keeping it clean, keeping it well ventilated, keeping it pest-free, and keeping it contaminant-free.
One of the things we look for under the sink is to see if we can see any signs of rodents or moisture. Definitely have some issues under there.
Cockroaches have a tendency to hide from light, but you can see their tracking and their droppings, and that lets you know that when it gets dark, they just come out and have fun.
One good thing I do not see in this kitchen is open food. We've got sealed up food, so I'm really glad, but you know, it must not be too far away because here's the can of Raid right there.
Really all these areas tie together. Pests need 3 areas to thrive on an individual house, and that is access to the home, food, and of course water. And if you start looking at the holistic approach of housing, water causes not only as an attractant for pests, it is also a cause for mold, which creates allergies, which creates the conditions for asthma attacks.
He won't replace the shower head. She turns her shower on with pliers. Turn the shower on with pliers.
The water was coming out. It wasn't all the way coming out. It was just a little water, and you had to stand under there and rinse off about 15 to 10 minutes.
When we get referrals from doctors' offices or other healthcare providers in the area, when we go out and look at a home, oftentimes they've been seen by the medical community. They've been prescribed treatments, especially if it's an asthmatic child. They've been prescribed treatments to be able to deal with the physical symptom that they're having without actually getting to the root cause.
It's no heating here. It don't work. She uses kerosene and electric heaters.
You're telling me this big unit here does not work?
No, it does not. It's just for show.
The diagnosis process that we go through is something that we do with many community partners, be it social workers, nurses, providing a standardized type of national training, trained how to do these visual assessments, and then those visual assessments will be used to, again, prescribe remedies and do follow-up for these people to try and eliminate a lot of these healthy homes issues that we have and just make their home a healthy place for them to have a family and to live.
When you're working on a house built before 1978, the presumption is that there might be lead.
Hello everybody, my name is Elizabeth Benton. I'm with the City of Greensboro's Housing and Community Development Program, and I oversee the lead remediation. This site here is a job site where we're doing what's called interim controls, and we're following safe work practice. Normally we'll put up the red lead caution tape, and that's to keep people out of the work area while the work's going on until we finish all of the construction work and get clearance testing. We'll also post the house on several sides with a caution sign that'll say caution lead work area, no eating or drinking or smoking in that area. Normally when they're working, following safe work practices, we work wet. And that's working safe because the lead dust will stick with the water molecules and they'll drop, and they're contained that way.
Pest control is not just a matter of going out and spraying. I'd like you to lose that thought right away, because that's not proper treatment, and it's not taking care of the problem, and it's not helping people. A lot of ants love to just travel right into a house, through the attic, by way of limbs hanging over the house. If you keep good door sweeps on your doors, mice can't come in. Not only that, but you're saving energy because you're not wasting energy.
Energy efficiency is one way to achieve all of those opportunities. If you have an energy efficient house, then you're going to have a house that doesn't have a lot of drafts, that's not going to have a lot of air leaks, you're going to not have a lot of moisture problems, you're not going to have a lot of rot.
When a house gets repaired using healthy work practices, the outcome is happy residents, better health, lower utility bills.
Our mission is to eliminate substandard housing. So the types of repairs that we do are very significant.
Her house is much safer now. The toilet actually was not safe, kind of was tending back into the wall and kind of falling through the floor. So that was the initial repair.
Put new cabinets here.
New countertop?
All these cabinets are new, yeah. And the top, new sink.
How much of a difference did it make?
Oh, it makes a whole lot of difference. A whole lot.
That is how we diagnose health risks in a home, prescribe the solutions, provide healing treatments, and do the checkup to see the outcome. But housing conditions impact more than one house here and one house there. Substandard housing affects our whole community.
The housing in unhealthy condition is often concentrated in certain neighborhoods, and all too often people of color, minorities, immigrants, elderly people, families with young children are the residents of neighborhoods where either they're living in substandard housing or they're living close to it. And this has a huge impact on their health and their life opportunities.
We looked at the direct medical costs. These were actual medical care claims, both inpatient and outpatient, for youngsters in North Carolina that suffered illnesses and conditions that could be traced to the environment, specifically those in substandard housing. We found that we had about $94 million of direct and indirect costs in North Carolina in the year 2006.
With respect to substandard housing, first of all, the law is very clear. We're fortunate here in the city of Greensboro to have a minimum housing code. A lot of jurisdictions do not. And when the housing inspectors come out and they identify violations of the minimum housing code, I mean, we're talking about people that don't even rise to just reasonably acceptable levels that the rest of us would think that we want to go far beyond.
The city's rental certification program, nicknamed RUCO for Rental Unit Certificate of Occupancy, gives a certificate to each unit as it passes inspection.
Almost 5 years ago when this started, when the ordinance got passed, a lot of landlords sold property and got out of the business. In that case, they shouldn't be in the business, and they need to pass it off to somebody else who's going to do it. So.
The racial disparities in housing and conditions come from many factors. The lack of opportunity for people to access safe, affordable housing in other neighborhoods, and sometimes the attitude that any housing should be good enough for those people. And of course, that's a violation of fair housing. We want our community to come together to make housing safe and healthy and affordable for everyone. And we can reduce those disparities when everyone has the opportunity for a decent place to live in a healthy home.
As we measure the housing and health outcomes of the Healthy Homes Greensboro initiative, our community can evaluate the effectiveness of our programs, set priorities for future emphasis, and constantly strive to meet our goals. One measure we've been tracking so far is the number of housing units with code violations. And we can see that over the past 2 years, fewer houses and apartments are unsafe. With UNCG's School of Human Environment Sciences and Guilford County Public Health's epidemiologist, we will have more comprehensive measurement of the outcomes of the whole initiative. In 2004, the first bus tour set out on a journey with the destination Healthy Homes by 2008. We have come a long way since then, with wonderful partnerships and an ambitious initiative starting up. In fact, the Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina Foundation and North Carolina Housing Coalition just gave this year's Innovation Award to Healthy Homes Greensboro. Come with us to our destination for the next 5 years, Healthy Community.